Okay, I'm in northern Norway at a place called Melangen Resort, and I'm photographing the Northern Lights. Now I want to make this clear, photographing the Northern Lights is no different, not a jot different to standard landscape photography. You need composition, you need interest, and, well, it goes without saying, you need good light, but not just from the Northern Lights. I'm talking about good ambient light from the moon, which is what we have this evening. We've got about a half moon, and it's just lighting up the snow a treat, and I'm very excited to walk off and find a composition amongst these pine trees. I keep looking away because I'm looking at the sky because the aurora is coming, and we are going to try our best to get a photograph. So I'm just walking around looking for compositions and also trying not to get lost. Luckily I do have a GPS watch, so I'm tracking my route, but walking through a forest in Arctic Norway off-piste is never a good idea. Yeah, safety first. It's really cold. Definitely don't want to get lost out here. But it is worth exploring, I should say. So the aurora is so good right now. It's so good, and I'm taking lots of images. And the images, they're fine, but they're not compelling. And that's because I have yet to find the right composition. These trees are just impossible to work with. As soon as you think you've found a good distribution of trees, a big ugly tree gets in the way, or horrible scrubland gets in the way. So I'm struggling. I'm going to keep going and see if I can just find the perfect composition. If I can't, I'm going to move on and head down to the water's edge, I think. But wow, absolutely stunning.
We were dancing on a wire, reckless it seemed. We found holes in these walls, we like.
We're getting absolutely amazing display tonight. It's just waving above the mountains. It's absolutely fantastic. The mountains look amazing because we have like 2/3 of a moon, almost a full moon, but not quite, maybe 3/4, and that's lighting up the snow-capped mountains. An absolute charm. It's fantastic. When shooting the Northern Lights, manual focus to infinity, use your biggest aperture. In my case it's f2.8, and then you want a shutter speed of around anywhere from 2 to 6 seconds. If you go any longer than 6 seconds, then the Northern Lights are just going to blur into a green mush and you're not going to get that fantastic detail. ISO varies depending on your camera. Today I'm at 1250. I'm going to get this shot now because these auroras come in bursts, and this is incredible.
It was always on fire, our house, our dream. We were dancing on wire, reckless it seemed. I never felt like this before.
Well, that fjord was just, that fjord with the mountains was fantastic, but quite limited in terms of the shots you could get. So we've decided to go for a drive up a mountain pass to see if we can get a completely different landscape with the Northern Lights dancing over some mountains, some much bigger, more prominent mountains. That's what I'm hoping for, and actually, as I speak right now, the Northern Lights are coming back. So we're going to get the camera, and we're going to see if we can get a shot. This is pretty cool. In fact, this camera, very faintly, should be able to pick up these Northern Lights. Oh my, they are coming back. So can you see that just over the brow of the hill? That's come from absolutely nothing. So I expect these lights should become a lot brighter and a lot more vivid. There we go. Right, let's get the camera. Ah, come on. Oh, gone. Gone. Oh my God. They came, it looked so promising, and then just just like that, poof, gone. It's often the way with the Aurora, it's so hit or miss. It really is. Had some really good shots just before on the beach. It was really good. We came up here into the mountains hoping it would be just as good, but it seems to have completely died off. Well, back to the car, rest, get warm, hope for more lights later on, I think. The hardest thing about photographing the northern lights is the cold weather and the late nights. It's not easy. Well, I think all in all, photographing the Northern Lights has been pretty good. But the truth is, it's difficult because I'm out photographing the Northern Lights and I'm up for sunrise, I'm also out for sunset and then Northern Lights again, so it's this continuous cycle, so it's incredibly difficult and a lot of hard work. But that's the thing with photography, you have to make sacrifices. And you have to really put in the effort, and it will pay off. It won't pay off every time, but when it does pay off, it's really, really worth it. My flight is in like 5 hours, and so I've got to be at the airport at least an hour and a half before. Basically, I'm going to get 3 hours sleep, but it's worth it because those shots at the beach there were fantastic. So yeah, that's me done. Thank you so much for watching, and join me next time for more photography and more mishaps, probably. Alright, bye for now.